So this is the state of what's going on with YouTube. I make a video, I post it, and this is on Shorts, by the way, and this gets 0 views. 0. And this is on Shorts. Now, of course, this is on about YouTube and promoting, because if you go on YouTube Shorts Live, you will get a fuck ton of basically content farms who make the same video, and they would get tens of thousands. I seen like one that was like 40,000 people watching, and it was just Roblox of AI, not AI slop, I don't know what you call it, but it was getting so many views, and they were just bragging how they're getting views by essentially abusing the basically not YouTube Kids, but YouTube's abundance of children on YouTube Shorts. And this is something where it's on live, people can comment, there's videos. If you go on their channel, it'd be like, oh, it's like a month-old channel, and they got over 500 million views, 600,000 subscribers. Their lives are getting like 1 million views each, so they're making millions of dollars, not millions, tens of thousands possibly a month by just doing this. And you gotta remember, it's long-form videos, it's not shorts. Even though it's kind of funny, Shorts Live actually gets you a lot of views if you get the brain rot. And people wonder why YouTube is just fucking, I don't know what you call it anymore. What do you call this shit? It's like, I complain about so much about this. You can say, well, you just need to make quality content. What are you talking about quality content? What the fuck are you talking about quality content? Do I have to go in line with the algorithm? Do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? I don't understand the algorithm. I legitimately don't. And when I make a video, that I have seen many videos before, but it gets 0 views on my end, and this is on Shorts. I was shadow banned on normal content, but Shorts, I was starting to be unshadow banned. Now I'm shadow banned again on Shorts again. I don't understand this algorithm. I don't. I do everything you can if it comes to normal content. I try, you're supposed to express yourself and be yourself and all that. And I'm thinking, why am I making these videos? Like, legitimately, why am I doing this if I'm just going to be suppressed in the algorithm? That's what I mean. And people say, we gotta make content that you won't make. Well, the thing is, YouTube doesn't want my content. And it's annoying because I make videos that I won't make. I make videos that I feel that people would watch. The problem, YouTube doesn't want to promote me. YouTube will promote the absolute biggest fucking slop you could think of. They will promote videos of, actual torture videos of baby monkeys. They will promote videos of kids, beating each other up in Vietnam, and the parents would get the ad revenue. Like, what the fuck is going on? You can say, well, why don't you use their platform? Well, I'm banned off TikTok now. I need to get on Instagram, see how that's going to do. To start on there, see what happens. I hear that you can say like slurs there more often, and people are just more generally more free speech. But I hear people, I don't care, bro. I do what I want on my channel, and it's annoying. I don't know what's going on with the internet at this point. Like, and you can say, well, maybe you shouldn't complain about this. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to say then? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm screaming at a brick wall. I'm legitimately screaming at a brick wall. What gets to me, I remember back years ago, you can make a video, and if you just made the thumbnail okay, you made the title decent, you talk about something that people would like to talk about, or people would look up, you would get views. You get small amount of views, but wouldn't be something insane. That's not the problem I have with YouTube. Like, I don't have a problem with, little views. It's that I know it's not even putting me in the algorithm. That's the problem. It's refusing. Because I guarantee, because I pissed off someone at Google, because I had multiple banned accounts before, I guarantee they know who I am. They are trying to suppress my content, even though, they don't do this to people who torture animals, who, they don't do it to Christian, who openly, had sex with his mom. They don't oppress actual, like, government shills from the Kremlin, from Russia. People like Scott Ritter, who's a convicted pedophile. They don't try to suppress Tim Poor, who openly, got money from the Kremlin, in which back 60 years ago he would be tried for treason and executed. It's insane. It's insane how, it's kind of funny because I thought about making a video just about this, how YouTube's algorithm in a way kind of made extremism worse, because people like say, well, Nick Fuentes is banned. No, people people outsmart the algorithm by just pushing the shorts of Nick Fuentes videos, clips, and to where YouTube actively promotes Nick Fuentes clips. You can look it up on YouTube, and people will be posting clips after clips after clips on Shorts. because people are actively looking for it. And because everything's based off algorithms, well, if content's being shadow banned to begin with, but still people won't look for it, it's still going to get out there. And because everything's automated, YouTube's not going to do a thing about it. I'm just kind of shocked how much, compared to back in the old days of YouTube and now, how YouTube's algorithm has kind of made it to where there's more extremism, quote unquote extremism, than it is, back in the day. Like, I legitimately think that there was way more extremism on YouTube than it was back in the day. Back when the algorithm had less restrictions, and you could post more, and you could actually get views no matter what you did. It's funny because the reason why this algorithm is like this, so they can oppress people who had extremist ideas. But in reality, it's just made it worse. This age of algorithms has made it worse. You don't see Adam Mockler and all these other mainstream left-leaning people talk about this shit because they don't care. They actually, it's kind of funny because some of these people actually complain about the algorithm, saying that the algorithm puts in this extremist content. So, well, why don't you talk about it more? Why don't you just say YouTube is promoting extremism? Because I actually agree. It is promoting extremism. In a way, their suppression of the conservatives have made them more far right. They have made them more going to the side of stupidity. They're on the side of, let's put real ID, digital ID on the internet. Like, this is the state of the internet, and not just YouTube, but the internet. Everything's based off algorithms. So when everything's based off algorithms, who's going to promote more than anything? Bots. Bots understand the algorithm because it's not that hard to understand the pattern. If I didn't give a shit, now we can say, why you post slop on your shorts? Because that's what gets me views. Don't blame me, blame the algorithm. I would just do normal long-form content, but I don't get views. It's not my fault. It's YouTube's fault. Whenever people say it's a skill issue, no, it isn't. There are people who should not even get views, but they get views. It's because either their account's so old that they're from a time when the algorithm still treats them as an old YouTuber, or they're being promoted by Google themselves, like mainstream sites or celebrities. This is the state of YouTube. And I don't know what to do about this. I get tired of doing these videos sometimes because, I would make content that I would like, or just talk about topics I would like to talk about, but I'm just talking to a brick wall. That's what I'm doing. I'm talking to a brick wall. As YouTube promotes animal abuse, child abuse, actually making the extremism problem on both sides, not just right wing but left leaning as well, promoting an enemy government that wants to destroy the West, i.e. Russia and China. They get promoting the algorithm. But I'm a bad boy because I have certain opinions that YouTube deems as bad. I complain about the algorithm, so I should be oppressed. But my opinions on the algorithm, it's bad, so I should not be put on the algorithm. That's what it is. And it's just, it's sad. Because I remember a time when YouTube wasn't like this. There was a time when YouTube would let any Joe Smo get views if he just did their thumbnail right, their video tags right, their title, and you know what? If they did it right, it will get them views over time. You didn't have to worry about that. But you have to constantly worry about that algorithm. You have to worry about that rank 10. If you hit 10, you're not going to be recommended at all. But a person taking a drill, like an actual drill, and drilling it in some baby monkey's eyeballs. Yes, that was a video on YouTube like that. It stayed up for weeks before it got taken down. I don't understand these big YouTube. I think Jacksepticeye is like the biggest one that wants to talk about this shit, but he doesn't go hard enough. I think many of these big YouTubers need to go down harder on this shit, and either say I'm going to threaten to quit, or maybe they're influencers. They should talk to advertisers. Say, hey, do you agree that your ads should be shown with this video of a baby monkey being tortured or a baby being punched by her sister or something like that? That's what people need to do. People need to go to the advertisers. Like, if enough people just went after their money source and say, either fix the algorithm or go back to search, go back to the older algorithm system, or report their match report on the advertiser, say, hey, I found your ad by watching a monkey being crushed to death or being tortured, cartel style. You want to see this weird non-pedophilic shit on YouTube? Here, I found this on you. That's what you need to do. You need to scare the advertisers. The advertisers need to be scared. Because, also the ads. I mean, I haven't dealt with ads in years, so I hear it's bad, but I don't deal with ads at all. Like, YouTube, it's kind of funny. Every platform, I don't really worry about using the ad block on the platform, except on Twitter, because I don't want to give Elon any money. any money at all. But on YouTube especially, I use ad block on everything. Not because I can't afford it. It's more of I can't stand the ads. I can't stand them. I can't stand the ads. The ads are atrocious. I've never seen a site so shitty if it comes to their advertising and the way they set up ads that there's no way I can use it. Like, I'm using a modified version of YouTube. I'm going to keep saying that I use Revance. It's a modified version that has uBlock installed in the app. It also has other features that I enjoy a lot. Same thing on my TV. I have that SmartTube TV. It's another modified version of YouTube. I also have ad blocks on my computer and laptop. I don't want to deal with their ads. I can't stand their ads. Their ads are atrocious. Even if I like a creator, I don't care. The ads are not worth it. They're just that bad. Maybe if the ads was just a banner ad or a small short ad or entertaining ad. On TikTok, I had both TikTok, normal TikTok, and TikTok Revance. I never used the Revance. I always used normal TikTok because it was always up to date. They did their advertisement well because their ads had to be treated like a video. So you could just skip by it right then. And they had to make it entertaining. They couldn't do what you see on YouTube. That AI slop shit you see with the advertising, it's not a thing on TikTok. Everything about TikTok was just so much better. Everything. The only problem was they were more censorious. They're getting more censorious now, so where, they're kind of fucked. And also, they don't pay for shit. I made only like $16 the whole time I was on TikTok. I never even cashed it in, so I can't get it anyways. I don't care. It's just $16. Who the fuck cares? I feel bad for people who have to do YouTube, who can't make money on YouTube or on TikTok either. Oh, well, TikTok you could make money, but you have to do like a video over a minute, and you gotta hope the algorithm picks you. It has the same problem too, but it still picks you up more than YouTube does. It gives you at least a chance at the start. With YouTube, they would deem you unwatchable, and it won't tell you. That's the thing. At least with TikTok, it would tell you. TikTok would tell you when your video is being suppressed in the algorithm, and they outright tell you delete the video and re-upload it and see how it goes. They encourage you to do that. When YouTube, if you do that, they will treat you as a bot and then just ban your account. Well, not ban your account, but they will suppress your videos for the next month or two. It's fucked. Maybe that's why I got my videos started going bad, because of the video that I deleted. And maybe it's like, oh, you're bot. It's like, what the fuck do you want from me, YouTube? I don't know. I'm making this video out of just pure anger, you could say. Pure anger at what happened to YouTube. What happened to the internet in general, but just YouTube, where I used to enjoy watching YouTube videos. And now they're doing like firing a bunch of YouTube employees. If you're a YouTube employee, I beg of you, if you're disgruntled, try to put an index of the way YouTube moderation works. Like, copy it and try to put it on an archive website. For, just out of spite, just to show how YouTube, because I guarantee they have like a shadow ban system automated, and maybe, because I guarantee I could just see them just going after specifically people like me, and just saying, in this note of this channel, don't get him viewed because he's a chud or something. I can see that. I can fucking see that. I didn't have this problem when I first started on YouTube, not with this account, but before. It was perfectly fine. Did the same content, but then I got banned. So, I'm just shocked. I guarantee, because they're going to fire, they say they're going to fire a bunch of people within the moderation. So I please, anyone who works in Google, who works in like the company with moderation, try to do a whistleblower. Be a whistleblower to what's going on with YouTube's moderation. Tell the truth. Tell people that yes, shadow banning is a real thing. It's not a lie. It's real. There's even a big YouTuber who even talked about it. He talked to actual people who work in this kind of shit, and he has to keep himself anonymous because he'd be blacklisted throughout the entire tech industry. Even though it's a big deal. This should be more transparent. They need to have transparency with this. Now, I think he was downplaying it, kind of. I think it's far worse now than it's ever been. So, the algorithm needs to be changed or go back to the old system. If not, expect AI content will be the talk. Because all it is, like, there are people making more than a doctor by just posting AI slop. I don't blame them. They should do it at this point. They need to say, fuck you. You don't want to fit the algorithms, so just steal content. Just steal content and just pump it out. Pump out the slop. Fuck YouTube.